Don't halt, just like in trot when we're trying to go as if you're going to walk, don't walk. Foot back, foot light, you slowing the speed of the legs. Bear down. So there's no point in you taking trot until you're taking her in walk. So do you understand you taking her? Yeah? I think a great analogy is riding a bicycle. When you ride a bicycle, you provide the power that pushes the pedals round and pushes the wheels round. And then you get to a steep downhill and you can't pedal fast enough to keep up. Yeah? So that's what happens to you. The legs away from you. And it's like at that point you're no longer being the one that pedals and powers the whole thing. But this is better. So right now you're taking her, you're in control of the speed of the legs. Can you keep the loop breathing, filling out the sides. Right heel backing up, close the ankle behind your knee. Oh good, oh good, that's a good noticing. That's exactly how it works. Every time you lose it, the horse loses it. It could be walk, it could be tempi changes, it doesn't matter. When you lose it, the horse loses it. Right foot back, close the ankle behind your knee. Keep bearing down, keep taking her. So you are more consistently taking her now.
Absolutely.
Yeah? Yeah. And what does it take to do that?
Honestly, the biggest thing is just me focusing on the balloon.
Right.
And one thing I was going to mention yesterday is I noticed when I first started doing that I didn't breathe into my right lung.
Uh-huh.
And so if I think about, okay, the breath also has to go into the right lung,
Yep.
then I get.
Yep. And so, you know, that suggests you really emptied your right side beyond your right hip and your right knee. You know, I mean, that could be true of somebody who hadn't had surgery or accidents. Hardly anybody breathes equally into each lung. But that's something you can work on off course and need to work on off course. Yeah. So you drive your car and breathe into both lungs. Balloon breathe on the way home, you know. Okay, so be a little bit careful. People have done this before, but you know, I am not responsible if you meet a state trooper. It's not me. Okay, so you're going to choose your moment. Now we've lost it with right foot. You're going to choose your moment when you're taking her to do the smallest trot aid possible, which may just be think it. And from the smallest trot aid possible, better. Could you land your butt ahead of your foot? Steady as if you're going to walk. Bearing down as if you're going to walk. Oh, good girl. Drawing your butt towards the front of the saddle on as if you're going to walk. As if you're going to walk. Tucking your tail. Keep your bone up. Good girl. Okay? And probably at this point you should walk. So there's going to be a point where you're just losing it enough. Okay? Foot back under you. Right thigh on. So your landings are better than yesterday. Even though it's a bit speedy, she's not sprunging you out of the saddle like she was yesterday. You've got a much better landing. And you really want to think of it like you're trying to draw your butt towards the front of the saddle, especially here on your right. So your right side of your pelvis lags behind the left side. Yeah? So it's like the foot goes forward, the bum goes back. Your right side is so needs to go, foot back, pelvis forward. You know, it's like those forces have to kind of meet for...
There's some exercises on the saddle that I can do to strengthen, because the best way I can explain it is it's you know, here's the pelvis. It's like within that pelvis.
Okay, so you've got bone. So the pelvis is three sides of a bony box, right? You've got your point of your hip at the front.
So this is coming around.
You've got bone here. Okay. So you've got bone here, and this bone is a bone sandwich. So you have bone on the out, you have muscle on the outside of this, and there's muscle covering the inside of it. Yes. If I can get my fingers in there, you've got muscle on the inside. It's a bone sandwich. Okay. Now, I could say this to you. Now, this isn't quite going to hit it, but it's in the right kind of scheme of things. If you had a bolt through you, the bolt starts here, goes from the back to the front. The The back of the bolt will be the head of the bolt. So maybe you've got a little metal plate on your back.
Okay.
Here's the head of the bolt. Here's the nut of the bolt.
Yes.
You can tighten it from here. Okay? You have the same kind of bolt on the left with the head of the bolt, the nut of the bolt, plate on your back. Okay? Now these bolts in walk should just stay made of something solid, bolted, level. When you go to trot, the bolts need to go up level, down level, up level, down level. This right bolt just might have some spaghetti noodles in it.
You know, when I broke my hip, I was pregnant.
Oh God!
So that's how I found out.
Ah!
So when it broke, they couldn't do a normal surgery. They had to do a long. And because the ball of humor has separated, I think the part that goes up into the socket also broke. And then I was pregnant, so everything
Yes, not possible.
no. So
Okay.
I always feel like it just didn't come together
Right.
the same.
So, I want you to head down the other end. Report back to me on these two bolts. Now, the bolt is a little bit further in than that muscle covering. But you're almost trying to go, if you firm up the bolt, can you think your way into the inside muscle and the outside muscle? So so if the bone is a bone sandwich, on the left side, you might have dark rye bread sandwich.
Okay.
And on the right side, you've got cotton wool bread
Exactly.
sandwich.
Yes.
Yeah? So somewhere you
Cotton
have
candy.
to...
Or like
Sorry?
or cotton candy.
Oh, cotton candy, yeah. Head down here, Nancy. So, start with the idea of the bolt
Okay.
and have the idea of the two sandwiches. So you are trying to make the right sandwich more like the left sandwich. And it will firm everything up.
Okay.
Where there's not a lot of strength, so you won't be able to sustain it, but
Yeah.
you really want to try and get a level of firm up.
Okay.
And the right bolt might really be a spaghetti noodle, not a bolt.
Okay.
Yeah. And you're trying to boltify it. Okay.